G'day guys, I'm Can't Find the Sky and welcome to episode 15 on my Let's Play. So, here we are in this new area of the base. We've got our mangrove farm here, which we've just sort of cut the top off a little bit after last episode, and we've added on this side here where we've got two sort of little farms. So we've got on the end here a little bit of a mud converter, so dirt to mud, just a little basic one for a small amount, nothing too complicated, not needing to do blast chambers. We'll do a bigger one later for some bulk conversions. And then we have our wool farm along here. So we've got our output chests that are color coded with glass, so we've got every single wool type. And then we have an input chest for shears, which will carry them up and feed them into the system. I have got the farm set up so that it does turn off when these chests fill up. So we know if we need shears from this light there, and we can keep that topped up and it won't overflow or anything. It'll just fill up the chests and then turn off. So we're not going to have to constantly be filling up shears because it's constantly just creating items that don't go anywhere. So this section now is done. We'll build out this way. We can see our little bit of a path continuing on. We're going to build a bit of an archway, but we'll save that for when we do expand further. But the plan today is to do what we were going to do after a couple of episodes ago, and that's head through the nether out in that direction out into the ocean. So we're going to get our sponges, get ourselves sorted. Where are my sponges? Over here. And let's get on to a guardian farm. And just up ahead is the guardian temple. Here it is that we will be turning into our guardian farm on this world. About time that I did set one of these up, because prismarine and especially sea lanterns are super useful in building. So let's set up our 4 corners. We're going to be using gravel to get this all set up, but this will be our guardian farm. So ready, 3, 2, 1, and boom. Okay, so I may have died in the process, but have a look at that. We've got this adorable looking grassed area. A little bit of the grass is still clearing out, and we've got sort of our footprint left for the farm. You can sort of see in here. So what I've got, I've left this entryway. I'm going to copy that out, which we'll see in a second, and we're going to be building the farm using some nether portals to try and compress it vertically a little bit so that we don't have to sit super far down when we're accessing things, but we'll see all of that in a second. So we've got some pathways down, which are going to be in these corners, and this is where our farm is going to be, which I've designed myself. So we're going to need some soul sand, we're going to need some tinted glass, and we can get onto building at least the start of this before we have to dig down. But I quite like how the grass looks with a little bit of lighting and these walls of water. So let's get started on building. Still don't have a replay mod on, so no time lapse unfortunately, but let's have a look at what it all looks like once it has sprouted out of the ground. And here it is, it's coming along. Every now and then we'll notice some guardians popping up there, but the next step, now that we're pumping them into the nether, is to actually have them go somewhere. So we're going to move on to the next step of building, which is going to clean up some stuff over there and actually give us somewhere to send these items to where we'll get our storage sorted. And then lastly, we're gonna make everything look nice and pretty. So let's get some tools out. Let's get our renders in and let's get to digging down. Bit of a progress update here. We have our farm on top and that's pumping all of those tasty guardians into those portals, and in the nether we are dropping them down and killing them. Okay, we've made a bit of progress now. We've got our farm storage area down here, which we haven't quite finished off. Still got a little bit more sorting system and hoppers and chests and stuff to put in, but at the moment we do have some stuff coming through, as well as using portals. We're getting a little bit of an extra production of that gold. Got ourselves a honeycomb farm set up here because I needed to wax all of this copper in the roof, well, in at least these quadrants here, and then we're going to let this stuff in the middle oxidize, get a bit of green, orange and red color scheme. Pretty happy with my flooring as well. I need to work out, and if anyone knows, let me know how to get rid of the textures. So like I want to have it as connective textures, which you can do an Optifine, but I'm running fabric and I can't for the life of me find anything that just removes it. So if you know, let me know, because I reckon this floor would look real nice when I do actually get rid of those connected textures. But if we head on up, I need to put in my bedroom in there. But if we head on up, we can see the farm somewhat in action. I've got a lot of caves to light up still, but I think we can see a couple. There we go, up there, popping on through the portals, and they will then, not in this one over here, I think it might be this one over here. Whoop. Fall down through the nether, and the items will spit out down here into our collection system below. Ooh, we need to sort this area out. I haven't actually been in here yet and it is bad. Hello guys. Let's go back through. We'll deal with that later. Ooh. But we do have a little system up here to trap and kill zombified piglins. They'll fall down onto here. We need to carpet there and design our nice, pretty looking entryway. And obviously in the nether as well, I need to build in a piglin disposal system, I guess. Essentially, when this is functional, when I remove all these monsters below, it will keep loading the nether. So there will always be piglins spawning in. Thank you. If we jump up here, we can see our... There we go. If we jump up, we can see our little sorting system. I've got these here, lures the piglins across. They will die from entity cramming, and all the items will be pushed down and around. Obviously, the piglins died up top. And flow through our sorting system. This will all be closed off when I do make this corridor down look a bit nicer. But it's coming along. We're getting there slowly. So all we got to do now is clean this up, design an entry in the overworld, I guess, and the nether. I'm going to need a whole bunch of all this to do our pathways up, and put in a little cozy bed area in here. Maybe some crafting as well. Don't think I need too much more of these guys, so these guys are going to end up in the next episode inside of a honeycomb and honey farm. So we're going to be taking them away shortly as well, but we might collect a little bit more honeycomb if we do use any more waxed copper elsewhere. Look at them dance, they're so happy. Okay, back to building, and I'll give you an update once I've tidied things up, and that's going to be it for this one. So let's get on to our last little bit of building. Yes, finally! I was not... Oh, I haven't even been looking... Ooh. Okay, distractions aside. That's great. I haven't even been looking for a trident yet. Like, obviously get one eventually, but sweet. And a few ink sacs. Maybe I should set up like a little cart system that runs around here. But man, look at us go, right? So a bit of an update. We've gone through, we've lit up a whole bunch of the oh boy. Okay, let's see if we can get another trident without dying. Okay. Where are we? Over there. No. But anyway. So yeah, we've lit up all the caves below, so now we're moving along pretty well. These guardians get shot up, sent straight into the nether where they fall down far enough to kill, and that comes through and spits out down below, which is pretty moving along pretty right. So if we come along back up here, we can see we're slowly getting everything looking a bit more clean, a bit nicer. I think I finished one of the corridors, just got to let everything oxidize, but we've got sort of at least the bottom part done, and we're filling up with prismarine. I need to pack away my bees as well. Don't really need the honeycomb anymore, but we're filling up well. Just got to tidy up and work out what I'm going to put in here as well as what I'm going to put in over here. I'm thinking of some sort of little bedroom or something, but we'll work that out a little later. You can see everything flowing around. Let's put those hitboxes away. But that's a score. We got to try and I guess we'll slap it into there and not forget about it. I should really go and enchant that right now. I just haven't got any room. I guess I'll probably keep it in my inventory anyway. But just got to finish tidying all this up. I need to get quite a lot more ink sacs because I need more of this dark prismarine to carry on all the way up there as well as go around top. And I need a lot more mangroves, so little bit of an update, and we'll go through, sort out the rest of our decorating and come back to it. So a bit more building and then an update. And this is what we've ended up with. So we got these corridors coming down, everything slowly oxidizing. In saying that, I don't actually mind the slight copperiness of this one versus the fully oxidized. I don't know, but yeah, so nice and red, nice and greeny, bluey, and it all carries down into the bottom with all the water, and we've got our nice and neat storage area. I do need to come up with a design. I'm going to put some sort of crafting or ender chest bedroom kind of thing here, I think, but I have got space here for more storage, so I'm not sure if maybe I'll add another farm or something and move around some of this stuff that I've got. So I've got my shards, my crystals, my shards. I should probably mark each corner in some way, and then I've got some miscellaneous stuff going into here, so your fish, and I think I've got some gold nuggets for the end and just stuff like that, so that I can try and get everything that's coming out of here. But if we zoom up a little bit, okay, on this side we should be able to see, yeah, it's spitting out quite regularly. And I think it's slowed down a little bit because I've gone a bit lower, but especially when I am up a bit higher, it is actually churning out quite quickly all of the items. And as I continue lighting up everything below, if I turn on, yeah, the big red circle and we come down here, we can see that there is a few caves still. We can see, so there's just a few more that aren't quite lit up yet, but that's okay. That's interesting. At the moment, we've got most of it, and it's doing a pretty cracker job, so I'm pretty happy as is, and I don't know how much extra I'll be doing. I mean, I've got almost 3 chests already, and as I fiddle around more with this stuff, I'm going to be collecting plenty, so I'll eventually light it all up, but I'm all out of rockets. But I will probably leave it like this at least for a little while. I need to transport my beehives back home and enchant this trident, but all in all, I'm pretty stoked with everything I've gotten done on this episode. Let's give ourselves back our rainy sky, and we're going to be building quite a few more farms, because temporary bee farms and all that aren't actually what we want. We want to have some permanent stuff back at our base, which is somewhere in one of those directions. But for now, that's all we've got, so let me know what you think. Let me know what I should put down below, if there's any other farms that would fit into this area. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.